Is this the Call of Duty Modern Warfare game you always wanted in VR? Or is it just a failed attempt at a VR PvP shooter? We find out in our review of Contractors VR. Also, if you enjoyed this video, then please give it a thumbs up, as it lets me know to make more of this type of content. Talking about a game you want, I wanted to remind you all that I'm giving away a copy of Star Trek Bridge Crew, so you can have a blast killing some deadly Borgs as a team. If you would like to enter the giveaway, please subscribe to the channel, like this video and comment down below that you would like to enter the giveaway. I will give you more information of the giveaway at the end of the video. So let's get straight into it. Contractors originally came out on the 14th of December 2018. Simply put, it is a competitive PvP multiplayer shooter in VR. The game has recently received quite a few big updates, and one such update is the mod support. Not only that, Contractors has also come out on the Oculus Quest, and it will be crossplay with PC VR. This is great news, as it will mean a bigger player count. But to make sure you are making an informed decision, I wanted to give you an updated review. I will try and not compare it to games like Pavlov and Onward, as I will be doing a full comparison video between all three at a later date. So if you're interested in seeing that, then make sure you subscribe to the channel. So, graphics and performance are up first. Honestly speaking, I think the game looks great. The guns feel really good to use, but the graphics still feel a little lacking. For example, if you shoot a wall or any object, you don't get any bullet holes. It's not really a big deal, but it adds a level of immersion, so it feels a bit bland without it. Plus, there isn't any gore or proper ragdoll physics. However, the explosions look great. I especially love the effect the smoke grenade has. Also, some of the maps look fantastic. One of my favourite ones is where you are in a giant toy and Candyland. Now, when it comes to performance, mileage may vary. To be honest, when the game starts, I usually have a bit of stutter before it fully loads up. This also happened a couple of times in game, which caused a death, but for the most part it runs perfectly fine without any issues. There are other bugs that I've seen where the menu screen won't come up, so you have to exit out of the game and go back in to get it to work. I'm not sure why this happens though. I think at times it just fails to load everything. But overall, the graphics and performance are pretty good for this type of game. I'm just going to talk a little bit about the sound, since it is an important aspect, especially in a VR game. I feel the audio has been let down a little. There isn't the epicness or the fear you would have when hearing gunfire. Even with the full party, you can feel alone due to the tinny sound of the guns and explosions. It's not a deal breaker, but something this dev should really work on. Now, the basic stuff is over with. Let's move on to the most important part, the gameplay. Firstly, there are two modes that you can play, an online multiplayer or an offline single player. In the single player mode, you are able to select how many bots you want to play against and how many teammates you will have, as well as the difficulty of the bots. You are also able to choose which map you want to play on, which is great to understand the layout of a map. However, I have one big issue with the single player, which is you can't really choose any game mode to play on. When you select single player, you will be entered into something that looks like a team deathmatch, but it doesn't seem to ever end. This was very upsetting, especially because if you go online straight away, you will be slaughtered. Playing against bots gives you practice and you will have a lot of fun playing. At least they could have the team deathmatch game end rather than just keep going. So, the real reason you will get this game is for the online multiplayer. So how is it? Well, honestly speaking, it's actually a lot of fun. This is a faster paced shooting game and feels in the middle of an arcade shooter and an actual military simulator. This, for a lot of people, will be perfect because they will be able to enjoy the game without the steep learning curve. That being said, there is a learning curve and you will get better with practice. There are some people that you will find online that have been playing for hundreds of hours and are amazing at the game. But that much practice is not required to still enjoy the game. Although I have another issue, which are the maps, as most of the default maps are way too big to play on. So you have to spend half the time searching for people and then get shot as soon as you find them, especially when you initially start. However, this issue has been overcome with the best update to come out for Contractors. That's right, the mods. Even though mod support has recently come out, there are already several maps available. For example, Modern Warfare 2 maps, Black Ops maps, Modern Warfare 3 maps, and many more. I played on a few of the Modern Warfare 3 maps because that was my favourite Modern Warfare game, and I have to tell you that it felt amazing. It actually felt like I was playing Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 in VR. They have even added the cool Modern Warfare music to the maps. I absolutely had a blast. The best thing is that these maps are smaller and a lot more exciting to play. Plus, I am pretty sure that the awesome modding community we have will come up with a lot more. But a word of warning, some of the maps may have some dodgy spawns, so you have to be careful. On one occasion, the enemy just kept spawning right in front of me, which can be a little frustrating for the players getting killed like that. I only experienced this on a couple of maps, but usually the spawns aren't really a problem. Let's move on to the weapons. There are several guns to choose from, such as sniper rifles, SMGs, assault rifles, shotguns and pistols. Unfortunately, there aren't any LMGs. I'm not sure why, but there isn't even one, which is actually quite disappointing. The guns have slightly varied reloading mechanics, but it's mainly the same thing other than for shotguns and bolt-action sniper rifles, as you can imagine. Honestly, I'm okay with that, because I really don't want to be fiddling with the reloading in the middle of a gunfight. The reloading in this game is easy to get used to, as you generally need to press one button to release the old magazine and then just grab another from your chest and stick it into the gun, then just carry on playing. And the guns feel great and handle well. There is varying recoil on the guns, but for the most part it is quite manageable. It's the grenades I can't seem to throw, but I think that's just my own fault. So, when you start the game, you will have all of your weapons unlocked from the beginning, which I think is a missed opportunity, as a progression system is always the best way to keep people engaged and keep playing. Think about what Call of Duty does with its prestige feature. You literally keep playing just to get a new badge because you are achieving something. But anyway, what you do have is a points-based system when it comes to your loadout. This means that although you can select any variation of weapons to take with you, you can only do it based on how many points you have. There is no way to get any more points, again which is another missed opportunity. For example, if you take a good assault rifle with a high magazine capacity, that would cost you more than if you decide to take a shotgun and an SMG. The game allows you to play how you want, but there are only 3 loadouts you can save. I think that is a little low and would have liked at least 5. Speaking about the guns, another awesome advantage Contractors has come out with is that people can even mod guns into the game. There aren't too many currently. I believe I've seen the World War II guns and a bow and arrow. I'm hoping some more will be added soon. The time to kill is actually relatively fast, and it does depend on which armor you have selected when choosing your loadout. The armors range from light, heavy and standard. Obviously the heavy armor will be able to take more damage, but if you get a headshot then it's a one-hit kill. If you select the light armor, you will be able to take more weapons into battle. I was able to rock into the game with an assault rifle, an SMG and a pistol. I felt like John Rambo. Now, let's move on to one of the most important aspects of a multiplayer game, and that is the player count. If you had asked me just a few months ago, I would have told you, unfortunately, the game is dead. There is hardly anyone that plays it. However, this has all started to change. Right now, it is in a transitional period where more and more players are coming on every day. Before, you had an average of 10 players on Steam, but now I've seen that multiply by 5 or 6 times. Not only that, the game has come out on the Oculus Quest and will soon be crossplay with PC VR. Considering this will be one of the best and most accessible PvP VR game for a new VR player, it will boost the player count substantially. Not only that, the thing that really has brought this game back is the mod support. Considering the mod support allows for new game modes, new maps and even new weapons. I don't want to compare the games right now, but this is the reason why Pavlov has such a high player count. And the fact that this game is so much fun to play, I am quite confident that the player count will just keep growing. So, after everything is said and done, do I think this game is worth buying? The game at full price costs around $20. And like I've said earlier, if you had asked me before, I would have said, unfortunately, no. Even though it was a good game, I could not recommend it since you would be playing alone. I still have some issues with the game, such as the lack of a single player game mode. Plus, due to it being developed by a smaller team, there isn't that much diverse content. But if you're getting this game to play a semi-casual online shooter, then yes, I recommend it. But you will have to be a little patient. The player count has started to grow, but it is not at its peak as of yet. Although I have not had any issues with being able to find players for any play sessions. Even if you start small, more players come and join as the game moves forward. But this does depend on what time you're playing. Nevertheless, the community is actually really good, that I've noticed, including the veterans that are playing. They must be glad more people are joining, so they are extra nice. If you're still on the fence and are considering any of the other multiplayer games such as Onward or Pavlov, I will be doing an updated review on both of them as well. And also will be comparing all 3. So make sure you subscribe to the channel. Speaking of subscribing to the channel, I will be announcing the winner of the giveaway in the next few days. So make sure you are subscribed to the channel, like this video, and let me know in the comments that you want to enter the giveaway. Well, that's all folks. Thanks for watching, have a great day, stay safe, and see you next time.